Ban. Virtus.Pro's turn to ban. NewB's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Virtus.Pro's turn to ban. NewB's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Virtus.Pro's turn to pick. Turn to pick.
Bang.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. NewB's turn to pick.
Magi!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Virtus.Pro's turn to pick.
Mirana.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. NewB's turn to ban.
I speak for the trees.
So funny, dude. Backstreet.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Virtus.Pro's turn to ban. NewB's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining.
All right, Trent, anything you want to say? Full credit.
5 seconds remaining.
Happening.
Virtus.Pro's turn to ban.
I would lose it. It's over.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Remember them getting
Newbee's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
pick voice. 100%. Why are they left of that?
Virtus.Pro's turn to pick.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Ten seconds remaining.
They're doing it.
Newbee's turn to pick.
Flada.
Virtus.Pro's turn to pick.
Phantom Assassin.
Trent, you thought it was voice. Yay.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Actually, no. Go live. EMS. Classic.
Newbies turn to ban.
Vengeful spirits.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Virtus.Pro's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Virtus.Pro's turn to pick.
Oh, nice. It almost bugged.
10 seconds remaining. Newbies turn to pick.
Disruptor.
Corbane.
Definitely.
Well, we're talking about one of them. That's for damn sure.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, it is too. It's
Yep.
You may now select your heroes.
Holy shit, yes. Let's go.
Prepare for battle.
All right, thanks so much, guys. And it is the last best of one of the day here. A huge game between Virtus.Pro and NewB. And we have something super exciting, Trent, of course, the mid bane. They were talking about it on the panel. How do you feel about this pick coming out for Virtus.Pro here?
Well, we've talked it up quite a bit. The idea that with all these changes to Bane, his stock only went up, right? He was already a top-tier support in the past patch. Right near the end of it, everyone talking about him, and then now there's this possibility. It's all over your pubs. You've all seen it. It's the mid bane. It's just another great reason to pick him early. It's having that versatility in the draft phase, and it finally comes out for the first time here at Dota Pit.
Yeah, the enfeebling, stealing damage. Plenty of damage to be done when he gets to that level 10 talent. What are the items that you would go for on this mid bane? What do you build up into for this hero?
Well, the big one's been the mask.
Oh,
the
that's
mask
the
of
classic.
madness.
Yeah.
We'll see exactly how he wants to play it. For now, just going to chill out with some Soul Ring here.
Yeah, so we'll see if he gets to that point. No one on it for the Bane. They have some other good heroes solo playing the Disruptor. They're sitting on a ward right now. They have no idea. It was just placed down by NewB. They smoked up to get that ward down. They're going to back away. And in fact, they see that VP are contesting this bottom rune spot. They're going to head towards the top lane instead. KP already harassing down Ramses in this off lane for the Magnus. And looks like we will see Solo TPing in just to make sure they secure this. Although KP, Magic Missile, he's going to deny it? No, KP just gets it narrowly. Solo already threw out the Thunder Strike, couldn't glimpse him back or anything, so good try there, but he will grab the rune.
Yeah, it's a hefty price, but he has a salve here, so a win overall for KP. And it does mean we still go 2-2 in terms of the runes overall here.
Yes. Speaking of 2-2, we have 2-1-2 for Virtus.Pro starting off. Lil's going to help out Pasha. Slither Crush skilled up. Meanwhile, mid lane.
It feels good, you know. Back to the old Ogre times. Back before there were 2 heroes mid every single game for both teams, this guy was the one who would kind of show up and do his thing. Maybe try and stay out of the EXP range if he can, trying to keep getting his main denies, bashing away. When it comes to this early and feeble, you can see no one's already laying out. It's nice to have someone who isn't going to be enfeebled.
Dude, and the patch may change, but in the meantime, Ogre continues to have, right now, 5.5 regen and 8 armor. Things stay the same.
It's a matter of time before Nyx is just back in every game mana burning mid, I'm sure. Yeah. We got like 1 week of 1v1s.
We go in cycles, Trent.
Yeah, we'll come back to this soon enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, so we will see. No one already has to ferry out a salve, uses it immediately. He just bought another one, also working on Soul Ring, which pretty good. So he will grab that. We'll keep our eyes peeled in the mid lane for now, but there's going to be action elsewhere, perhaps, maybe? No. Looks like there might be some harassment top lane, KP Thunderstruck, but Solo is out of mana. Cannot throw down the kinetic field, and just some harass. And this might be a tough start here for KP in this top lane of the Magnus. It's, the Mag doesn't have the Iron Talon to fall back on anymore, which is kind of an issue for that offlane Magnus.
Overall, probably not going to have the quickest farm in Blink Dagger like last game. Things went relatively well for both offlaners. This game, the whole game plan though, I feel a lot better for Newbee. Oh, a little bit of a dive down bottom on the Pasha here.
This is a deep dive. This is not a little dive. Mugi went in for a bit, and then they said, all right, we're going to peel off. That's a little too much for us.
But this is definitely a window draft on the Dire, right? This Bane thing is super cool. You have all this damage. It's very pick-off focused, killing players, but in terms of his actual like flash farm potential, he is 0. Right?
Yeah.
No way to clear waves or anything like that. So I'm not sure if they'll be able to get enough done with the Venge core and the Bane core. Whereas on the side of the Radiant, you have Magnus, who's going to be buffing up this PA. And although she tends to be in more of those like momentum-based drafts where you're trying to keep snowballing harder and harder, she has the empower to fall back on here.
Yep.
So she can get really fat if there's any sort of a stall in this push that comes out from VP.
So you're looking for a good start then from Virtus.Pro to get into that Mask Madness like you talked about, so the Bane can get that farm. It might take a while, or just getting kills also would be another huge thing. But.
And they have a lot of those great tools for the mid game too, throughout their other heroes, right? We have the Wave of Terror from the Venge and the Corrosive Haze from the Slardar, so we have a really nice way to take down Roche, which is going to be one of those key aspects for them. Pasha, looks like he's going to be forced to TP out of here.
Ooh, that Shadow Wave almost brought him down, level 1, so he will just make it away. The Poison Touch also doing some damage, but he's fine for now. And now we have some heroes corralling mid. No one ignited up. He will lose his clarity, but he's throwing out the enfeebles like crazy.
He also just got a Soul Ring delivered, so he's
fine.
Made it to what he needed.
Yeah, and now he could just spam this enfeeble like crazy. Level 2 Bane set, maybe. He's holding the point for now. He's level 4. He just got it. Fire Blast coming in. Lil has to use the Slithering Crush. He has the Guardian Sprint ready as well, but he will get up to the ramp and stay alive for the time being. He will also
Serana hits for 2. I don't think she's realizing. She's still actually throwing out right clicks.
Oh my god. That's disgusting. She has literally 2 damage.
He just got a last hit.
That's insane. That's Triple C. If you can get more than 1, I would be impressed at this point. It feels pretty impossible. He had 2 damage when he's enfeebled. That's not even fair. What are you supposed to do there?
All right, well, this will be a little bit of a sleep fest there. Oh, there's a Disruptor on the high ground over here. I think maybe there's a skewer play by KP.
Nice. He's going to get the root. No, the Slithering Crush Lil. He's going to take it from him right under his nose. Good try from KP, but so far so good for Virtus.Pro. They have 21 last hits for their Venge. They have 20 for their Bane and 15 for their Nature's Prophet. So in terms of getting farm early, it's happening right now. No kills on the board yet, but this is going according to plan for Virtus.Pro for now.
It's funny, at least SCC is one of the rare heroes that can actually like Nightmare, or he can avoid the enfeeble just by like arrowing the range creep or something. Hasn't seen that yet.
Yeah, we'll keep our eyes peeled.
Yeah.
It's he's having a rough go of it for sure. He's starting to slow down as one would expect. He's at 10 last hits to the 23 of the Bane. This is what you pick the hero for, or at least in part. The Bane is able to shut down the enemy mid with the enfeeble.
Jeez, I can tell you, Mugi's having a nice game though. Guys, currently he's sitting on almost 1,300 gold, and he hasn't even picked up brown boots. He's just holding on to that, saying, am I even going to need those?
So what do you go for then on the PA? Do you, I mean, like Battle Fury would have been something you would think of, but he has power to fall back on, so do you just go for something else in terms of itemization?
That would be a lot of cleave.
It would be. Yeah.
Battle Fury, Empower, 20% cleave.
That's maybe too much.
I think of maybe like a Deso-based build. Just trying to blow up some of these heroes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Solo's going to get chased down. Magic Missile will come through. KP taking a lot of damage. He's got the Shockwave. Skewer not used. They will get First Blood as SCCC rotates in. And he doesn't need to do too much damage. Ramses is in trouble as well. Magic Missile's back up in 2, but he won't be able to use it as CCC and Kaka are both walking away back underneath their tower. So they will get First Blood. KP narrowly survives. He actually had like 30 HP on the way out, but he will indeed get home.
Man, Faith gets come hang out mid. He's level 4. Although he's watch out quick 6 from no one, but not gonna be able to close in there.
Nice. This Bane has, or this Dazzle has 0 damage now. Excellent. Literally does nothing. All right, well, yep. Faith is getting some levels. That's good. He's got a ward on him as well. We'll have, I think, SCCC rotating back down towards mid at some point in the near future. Maybe they just want to, like, keep him up top and just try to get him farmed that way, but I don't know. He's doing pretty well after that kill, so there's that. And KP, yeah, KP rotates mid, so he's going to try to leech levels and get some experience and go from there.
He's below his Dazzle right now.
Ooh,
and
Faith.
Speaking of which.
Yep, Slithering Crush. He will get the Grave off and go for the TP. And he just got it off in time, and that will save his life.
KP gives him the well played. Deserved, I would say.
Nicely done.
Oh, Magnus kind of notorious for being able to survive some of these. Oh, top lane. Nice arrow follow-up.
Solo is...
Plenty of practice last game. Still on point here.
Yeah. SCCC is a pretty good tournament so far. He had some good Queen of Pain games earlier on in the upper brackets, so we'll see how he does here. Again, he is behind. 15 last hits, 2 denies. Moogie, the one hero that's really farming for Newbie right now, like you mentioned, 37 last hits, 16 denies, Brown Boots, Aquila. But, I mean, everybody from Virtus.Pro, at least all 3 of the cores, are getting some really good farm. And they don't really need those, like, Blink Daggers or big items to start things off here. They already have Phase for Pasha. He's going to have Drum soon, and then things might be starting to get going here for Virtus.Pro in a little bit.
Yeah. One nice thing about this Bane last pick, too, is that when we were nearing the end of the draft, I was kind of contemplating what that hero was going to be, right? The Empower one that was left in the pool, you think of these like Trolls and Jugs, or Faceless Void is Moogie, well gone on.
Slithering Crush will come through, a couple of auto attacks. He is rather tanky. He has the blow to work with as well. Thunder Strike, they should have the glimpse back. He's going to use the Phantom Strike away, and he will, in fact, make it out. Picks up the Phase Boots along with it.
Yeah, and what's nice about the PA, though, is that she's definitely one of those classic heroes with the Empower, but in this game, you have a lot of physical-based bonuses coming out the Dire side. Lots of minus armor, Vengeance, Aura, all this stuff to buff up right clicks, and obviously you're getting a ton of return and value out of your Blur in a game like this. So the more levels Moogie gets, the harder he's going to be to bring down.
Wave of Tear coming out. They will get the swap off. The Slithering Crush, nicely done. The Magic Missile will come through as well. He has the raindrop. Shouldn't save him, though. A couple more auto attacks coming in from Pasha. That will do the job. And he will get himself out. So nice little gank there, using that swap as soon as Ramses has it, and they get a kill off of it.
Yeah, it's hard to want to put points into the Moonlight Shadow really early on as a Mirana now. With the triple leap, you really want that early charge time, and of course, you don't really want to take away anything from your Star Storm, so there won't be any assistance there for our Ogre.
Yeah. We will wait on that, but he's actually catching him quite well after just a few minutes top lane. He's sitting at 3k net worth, only about 300 behind the Bane. So despite Virtus.Pro having a pretty good advantage with this mid lane, it's only a slight advantage with a 1k lead. But the Radiant Courier will fall, Pasha will grab it, he TP's in. And he's pretty happy about that. Just going to dance on through.
Gotta say, no one has been focusing quite intently on this mid lane right now. His last hit's currently 53 and 34 denies. So,
my God.
Talked about not having any sort of wave clear. This is true, but he's just mega focused right now, trying to get his way into that level 10 talent, which kind of defines this new style of Bane.
They throw in an arrow top lane, which was Lil then correctly guessed there was a ward. He pinged it out, so they will know that's there. He's going to run in, though, and he's going to get caught with a Fire Blast. I think Lil is just dead at this point. Runs into 3 heroes, maybe overestimating how much damage they can push out, or if he can get that stun off in time. So Newbie, they have that ward, they get the kill, and it's 3-1 at this point. So still pretty early, and again, like you talked about, you can farm up on this PA with the Empower, and it is going to be the Deso for the Phantom Assassin as well.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the most logical one to go for, and now we're going to try and bring some attention to this top lane. Bloodlusted Mirana poking away at the tower. She's got that lovely range. She swapped in.
There's the
Leech
Magic Missile.
#1.
Kinetic Field is up. They have the Shallow Grave. He leaps in further looking for solo. Might get the kill. They get the Grave off in time as well. Faith will still fall. Does he have another leap? It's on cooldown for 6 seconds. He's got a salve. Can't get it off, nor will he use it. And that's going to be 2 kills just for a support trade for Virtus.Pro. So nicely done. SCCC a little far up and gets caught by Virtus.Pro's Ramsey.
Yeah, that was probably the there's no way I'm getting out of here play.
Yes.
So I'm just going to go for a kill on somebody here. Obviously, Dazzle going in for the save, though, is what wound up costing them 2. So now Prophet, great hero to punish this. Came in to kind of schedule the backlines in case they tried to escape, and now they're going to turn that into a very nice push here. Tries to pull the wave away with a Treant, and adds a lot more damage onto this tower.
Yeah, the creep wave will get in, though.
Oh, arrow. This might help get a cleanup. This would be really from downtown, but
Lil, yeah, he just avoids it.
Not
And
quite
that was before they had Drum, by the way. When they have Drum and even Mask Madness for the Venge, maybe things get easier in terms of taking towers. But
so many Masks of Madness.
Yeah.
Bane almost has his completed as well.
And 2 for Virtus.Pro, which allows them in just to farm extraordinarily fast. And we saw that from OG, actually. I think they had like 2 or 3 Mask of Madness of their own in that one game where they had like, I think, Void plus No Tails Venge. But we will see how this goes for Virtus.Pro. No one has a haste rune, so he's pretty speedy. He came down bottom looking for a target, but immediately TPing away is Moogie into that mid lane. And what is KP sitting on right now? 800 gold, so he's still a ways away from this Plank Dagger, but he's getting levels which he was kind of getting shut down on previously when he was in that top lane.
I think the Axe game was a bit of a tall order in terms of a hero that's not necessarily that popular right now. The Magnus is certainly a more popular one, but with the laning setup he was given, very tough stuff in this game. And then obviously Call, you're working with a much shorter cooldown compared to RP. And when it's a high tempo draft like the one VP have, where they just like, they can come right back after you use that RPs. Well, KP, the rough stuff continues.
They have the Moonlight Shadow. Looks like there's no detection. Lil doesn't have a 6 yet, so that's unfortunate, but... Meanwhile, Newbee are trying to take top. No one was looking for a Fiend's Grip. He is level 10, by the way, so now is that Enfeeble steals damage. There's the Sprout, but as Triple C just jumps out, he has another leap to work with as well.
A little 360 there.
Yeah, that was hype. Magic Missile, all right, well, he just blew away Faith.
And before Pasha rotated up here, he also took bottom. Oh, he's Arrow now, though.
Arrow coming out. They have the kinetic field along with the Starstorm coming in. There's the Fairy Fire. He pops the drum. Still in trouble. Gets pushed out of the Sprout. The trade's coming in. The swap saving him now for Ramses. There's the Wave of Terror. A double kill. Fiend's Grip coming out as well. They're going to get 3 heroes here. They're going to give it to Pasha with the tree. It's getting the last hit. That is a huge fight. They still did lose the Nature's Prophet, but they should get a tower out of this, perhaps. It's half HP, and they're backing up for now.
Yeah, at least Moogie was able to clean up with a dagger, but still a humongous win there for VP. It looked like SCCC just deep again here. Second death, 3 kills, 2 deaths, and 2 assists. After a play like that, you can't expect anything else.
No. I mean, at this point, they're doing all they can for Newbee. Ramses is super farmed, so is the Bane. They're starting to take down towers. They really just need more farm in their PA, and especially getting this Blink Dagger and Magnus. So that's really what we're waiting on here for Newbee at this point.
Bill's Blink Dagger as well. Gonna be pretty sweet for VP. He already has 900 gold in the bank.
Yeah, he's doing really well. Level 6 now, too. He's got the sprint to work with. They're moving into this Tier 1 tower mid lane, starting to put some pressure here. More jump charges available. Medallion also picked up for Pasha.
Yeah, the wave, or rather the minus armor is just insane on the dire side.
It's nuts. Oh my god, Wave of Tear, Corrosive, Haze.
It'd be interesting
Medallion.
to see how no one plays this with the blink on the Bane. Like, how he's able to, like, who do you choose to jump on top? I guess it's to help grab the Dazzle. And just the overall mobility they're going to have with all the vision, the Wave of Terror.
Yep.
Okay.
Getting in and out, weaving on through. No one...
Certainly don't need more damage, that's
no,
for sure.
He definitely
so
doesn't.
It's all about just the mobility.
They will take the tower. He already does a lot of damage without the Enfeeble, so that's a scary thought process if you can get it off on somebody, especially a carry. They're going to move into Roche because, like you mentioned, they have 1 million minus armor and a drum charge as well to work with if they want to pop it. I think this thing will...
way you can contest is the blink on Magnus.
No, I don't. They can't even really move in. Moogie's nearby, but there was going to be a ward that spots him, and Solo has Static Storm if they want to go on him.
Yeah.
They also have Fiend's Grip too. Arrow's going to hand it to Ramses, so it will scout him out. Moogie's backing away. No, he's just going to continue to farm in the jungle. Kinetic Field comes out. There's the Aegis taken. They're going to go for the Static Storm here. Pasha's coming in. They should have Sprout available. They do. The Glimpse back. He's waiting on it. Phantom Strike. He's got a teammate coming in Faith, but he's a little too far away. There's the Southern Crush. They're going to find the kill. The Grave's not there in time because the Dazzle has to deal with 2 heroes elsewhere, so he couldn't get there to save his ally. And that is a big kill plus Roche going the way of Virtus.Pro.
Every hero on the Radiant had a TP, and they just decided that there was no way they could make a save there. Felt like it was too risky to going onto that shrine.
And they're just trying not to lose too much. KP now has the Blink Dagger, which is the biggest item for Newbee, but he's going to die right after getting it. Slithering Crush comes out. The amount of damage no one just did is actually insane.
He is plus 197 right now when he's near the Venge, and he steals with an Enfeeble.
Oh my god, 200 damage at 15 minutes, plus the 98 he already has in his base damage.
That's a little absurd. 300 right click. Okay.
I'm sure that's probably not fair, but you know what? We let it go. My god. And they also have some really good vision here, too, for Virtus.Pro. They can see SCCC's movements.
Look at the damage on Moogie, too. Like, minus 62 right now.
Yeah. Whew. He won't have. He doesn't have Desolariat, which is at least good, but still, I mean, like, he needs some power. He needs Deso. They need a good RP to get him back in the game. They're not even really that far behind, but look at the top 3 cores. It doesn't feel like they're that far behind, but my God. Well played. Well played. Yep. Agreed. Good work, no one.
They're trying. They're waiting here. They're like, okay, he's gonna come in one more time. He's gonna enfeeble you, and then I'm gonna jump and I'm gonna RP him.
They're like all up
now
here.
Now go bait, Moogie. Go.
Now they're backing
Be brave.
up. This is.
There it is. That was it. That was the enfeeble.
The thing is, they saw them. There's a ward that scouted out pretty much all of NewBee on this high ground. Like, they saw him over here.
Yeah.
So, they're sitting towards the south instead of, like,
you would
clumping
think it
up.
was Bane with the Aegis, with the way they're playing right now, but they're just not confident enough. I guess, like, let's say he gets RP'd, then they're just going to come right back. So it pretty much has to be some sort of just a blink skewer play.
Yeah, I think so. They have the blink on Lil, by the way.
Yeah.
He's working on Midas too, because why not? You're not rich enough.
He's almost as farmed as KP right now.
This game feels rough. This is a one-game series, by the way.
Yeah, this is the way that you imagine this draft to go if everything's successful for VP, right? They got everything they wanted with their super quick push. They're just going through the motions here, getting the towers, holding that Aegis. A little bit of fake play here too, because you'd expect them to go for the tier 2 mid, so they're hoping someone's going to come up and grab this wave.
Yeah.
They figured it out.
Target. There's the scan. Yeah,
they ran away.
They were waiting for it. They're like, there might be somebody here. And in fact, there is. Virtus.Pro will just back up now. They scanned as well mid. They can't find it. And maybe they can make a go on Pasha. I like this play coming in from Kaka and the rest of NewBee, but Pasha's already TPing out. He is playing this so safe. He sees 2 heroes are missing off the map. He's like, all right, well, they could be top. I might just back up.
We also have a very nice ward inside the base here. See if that can play. Oh, down bottom.
RP coming in, the skewer back as well. They're looking for the kill. The Southern Crush counter initiation from Lil. They've got the Nature's Wrath on top of it all. Ramses is low, but he has the Aegis to work with. They might get the kill. Yes, the crit comes out. They'll blow away this poor Slaughter, but it is just a support for RP used on the side of NewBee.
Looks like they're going to get away with the Aegis intact here.
They want Ramses really badly.
Yeah, and they find that ward just because of the way they were playing that. So it really paid off that Lil did get caught inside of that RP, though. He was able to get the crush off that I think saved the Aegis for them.
Yep.
But obviously still pretty good pick off here for the Radiant side.
And that's rough. You commit a full RP, you get it onto 2, and you still can't really get too much out of it other than support.
Moogie is still eyeing up the Battle Fury here as well. There's some problems, right? Enfeeble, undispellable. Very frustrating. You have to have your BKB going, so it can't be targeted. Just think of it like a halberd. It's pretty frustrating. So I don't know if he is to consider it early or if he's just to wait, like try and hold back till someone disables no one.
Yeah, this is not easy.
Oh, Ramses finds a nice little regen rune here.
And they'll go for a smoke behind Moogie at this point. He's going to sit and just farm the wave, and they'll sit behind him for now. They'll walk up KP, going to give him power in the meantime. And we'll see what moves they decide to make. Virtus.Pro are sitting close to their tier 1 tower, so they're going to smoke too at this point.
They see Pasha with a ward up here, so they know if Nature's Prophet is up here, they're all going to be focused either somewhere in like this area of the map, probably hoping that they were like lingering in the jungle, obviously. But they are going to smoke up and actually head in towards. Yeah, and there's a circle drawn out here from Ramses. He's correct.
So they're just going to push top and take the tier 2 then.
Yeah.
And they'll try to go for a trade, I would suppose, on NewBee because you can't fight into it. Although RP should be back up. Yeah, it is in 8 seconds. So maybe if they want to try to go for something crazy, they can. They're TPing back Moogie. Will they go for a defense on this top lane? SCCC can set up here. He's in the trees now. And we will see Virtus.Pro pushing into this tier 2 tower. But again, there's an 8k lead. You have plenty of damage. Aegis is gone now, something to consider. Vengeful Spirit no longer has that to fall back on. But yeah, it looks like they're just going to back up and farm. They're not even going to try to take the tower bottom.
2 Shadow Blades now finished up here as well for VP, so starving those Radiant supports if they want to put any sort of coverage around themselves.
This is ridiculous. 20 minutes in Virtus.Pro, this push strat is working out perfectly. If you can even call it that, I think it's just good play in general.
I'll call it push strat.
Okay.
I'll be willing to go there, Mom.
Thanks,
It's a push strat.
I'm glad you have my back on this.
I'm in there.
This is why I can rely on you.
Oh, Lil goes for a quick play, hoping he could catch KP, but he went a little bit further down before TPing.
Moonlight Shadow to come in from NewBee, but they're just going to push out the wave top lane. And I mean, it's not like this you can get back into this game just with 1 or 2 good RPs coming in from KP, but it's so difficult, and they need so much more damage, especially from this Phantom Assassin. BKB is almost done. That's the big item for PA, and then you can start really doing some work. So he's going to just not go for that Battlefield, which he had queued up earlier at this point.
Top lane.
Dude, he's so fast.
Yeah, he's a speedy dude.
Yeah. I don't know what his move speed was with Mask Manus, but it's 425 with phase used. And he's just walking on out. He's also going BKB for Bane. It's such a weird game. Makes sense, though.
I'd be so scared to use my RP in this game. Because they're just going to march on you.
Yeah, they just push
the second you do it.
Yep. And then what are you supposed to do? Get a skewer?
They're also going for that Silver Edge up against the PA.
It's pretty good.
And even the Undispellable, the Scythe being queued up here for Pasha. Maybe some Dragon Lances could also come out here, just for someone to be able to push.
Another good ward will spot all 5 of Newbee. Pasha's just dancing it up.
I'd be feeling like dancing too if I was in this game. Can you believe it's only 8-6? I mean, it's not a kill-based thing at all. It's just that it's too much. You can't fight into these guys right now. You just know how strong they are.
Yeah, despite it only being 8-6, the net worth lead is 9K. Let me tell you, Lil is certainly smiling. See what else happens here as he's looking for a target bottom KP, Corrosive Haze, but Lil's here alone. He is still working on this Midas. 5K, he's still just behind KP on the mag. They are choking out the map, they're taking everything they need. The only thing VP really could use more of is Roshan and a tier 3 tower to take shrines. But
yeah, that's pretty much just what they're waiting on.
Yep. We got 10 seconds before it may respawn, so we're still waiting. Oh, did they just smoke on top of that ward? They really did.
Today.
I think Newbee really just smoked on top of that ward.
It might be a hard one to tell, but we'll see how their movements go here.
We will see. Virtus.Pro, they're going to smoke themselves, at least 2 of them. All right. Oh, my God, it was an instant rush respawn.
And
Get in there.
That scan was also really close. That's actually kind of crazy. Instantaneous.
Could they even take it in time before
Yeah,
Virtus.Pro
they have the
came
death
in?
on PA. They definitely could, but it's super risky.
They're going to arrow it. Yeah, the waves are kind of pushed.
I think you have to, right? You can't afford to give this up.
They're going to go in. They've got the Bloodlust.
You're going to lose if they get this more
They
likely.
need this Aegis. They desperately need this Aegis and cheese. And they're probably going to get it, although VP, they're smoking moving over right now. Looking for a Static Storm. They're going to smoke again.
Where's this super fast Slardar?
He's up on the high ground for now. Wave of Terror coming in. They'll grab the Aegis. There's the Fire Blast. Can't get off that Static Storm. Ghost Scepter will come in, though, and now Mugi has to wait. And his BKB, it's getting smaller and smaller at this point. Solo getting chased down on the other side of the fight, though. KP, he's going to get graved up. They're already going to lose 1. That's going to be their Ogre Magi going down. A double crush coming in from Lil. RP doesn't get off in time. Ramses will take him down. Faith gets blown away by no one who has the Enfeeble ready to go. And Mugi about to get jumped on. Swap back. They're going to lose Aegis, and they'll probably lose a lot more. SCCC, Fiend's grip up. No one's got a double kill. This Bane, an absolutely fantastic pick, and all 5 will drop from Newbee. Ramses gets the triple. They only lose Solo out of the entire exchange. And they even use the Aegis as well. Now with 10K lead, they're going to march straight down mid, take this tier 3 tower, and perhaps the game, Trent.
Yeah, Solo was out in the park with his kite, just walking around the PA, took him up the stairs, wandered around a tree, and then just before dying, ulted her. So she did nothing that whole fight. Like, yes, she has to fight and zone this Disruptor, but because of it, she just wasn't involved with anyone else. And the rest of the team just got picked off one by one, and then, of course, she was focused down after the Aegis. Now her buyback forced out, tier 3 down, shrines to follow, and they sink deeper and deeper into the hole for Newbee.
The amount of damage Virtus.Pro are pumping out at this stage of the game is absurd. They've been doing significant damage with no one in Ramses, and it's only going to get worse as the game progresses, I'm sure, because the Silver Edge is now out for the Vengeful Spirit, which means things get a lot easier against this PA. They force the buyback on Mugi as well, so that is also really bad. And they lose, actually, just a tier 3 tower, which is good news for Newbee, all things considered, but it feels like not long until they might lose a Rax out of this.
And that top shrine, of course, will be the next one to fall. But they are definitely not out of it yet. Have to keep in mind how ridiculous PA can be when you get those nice little rolls there.
Yeah.
Rolls from getting fat, rolls on your crits, and then PA becomes this big old monster.
They just need like that one big RP from KP, first and foremost. Whatever else happens after that, who knows? But if he can get the RP, they have a chance. Easier said than done. Virtus.Pro are playing very methodically, as they have when they've been ahead in most of these games here. today, and of course the rest of the
They got a
tournament
lot
overall.
of luck they got to work with here. They need kind of maybe a lucky arrow when they're scouting.
Right.
Some luck in a multicast, perhaps. Luck and some PA crits.
Yeah, RNG is definitely going to be a big factor. I'm not sure how you win a fight otherwise.
They say fortune favors the bold, and they are getting pretty far away from their base. So maybe it scales
Certainly
in terms
bold
of your
play.
RNG.
That would be...
Maybe Newbie knows something we don't. They do have that cheese left.
Yeah, that's what they're
That's
relying
nice.
on, perhaps. They've got the Empower. He has the BKB.
Radiant's top shrine is
He's working on the Nullifier, too. Just makes sense. Strong dispels.
Lincoln Sphere will be the choice here for SCCC. He can pop that on top of Moogie and try and deal with that Enfeeble.
He's been working on this item for like the past 10 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not 10 minutes, but still.
You know, man, Prophet, the second you lose a tier 3, your shrines are just forfeit. You know they're going to die. He's just going to endlessly send these treants at them. There's nothing you can
There's
do.
really nothing at all you can do.
Dire scan down bomb, see if the smoke's coming through there. That was about a minute ago.
All
A
right.
little bit behind on this one.
They're going to group up now. The good news is for Newbie, they took away
Here we go.
Roshan. Solo's going to get caught. There's the arrow. All right. He's got the Ghost Scepter. If he stays alive, this would be ridiculous. No, the Shockwave comes out. KP will secure it. They need about 1 million more of those. And on better heroes than just a Disruptor. Because I don't think he really matters at this point. But they still get a kill. All right. Slow things down to the very least. Now a Halberd coming out for the Venge. They are strict. They know that this is pretty much all on the PA. And if you could shut this hero down, the game is pretty much over. Like, SCCC is still super far behind. He will have a Lincoln Sphere here in a moment, which is great, but...
I really like this choice from Moogie. If he completes it, the Nullifier
Yep.
makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah, the strong dispel.
And also the fact that if you jump on someone like the Disruptor, he won't be able to use the Ghost Scepter. Pops on the Venge, won't be able to Shadow Blade away, won't be able to Halberd you, for example. Jump on top of the Nature's Prophet, also can't Shadow Blade away or Scythe. There's a lot of really cool opportunities with a mute here, simply because they're so far behind in terms of gold.
And it's just good damage, too, overall. It builds with a Sacred Relic, obviously, so... Some good stuff. Virtus.Pro taking things slow. Next Roshan, not until at least 3 minutes and 15 seconds. There will be a Moonlight Shadow. Newbie perhaps getting a bit bold, as you mentioned earlier. Looking for something mid. Solo is going to go ahead and go Scepter. They're looking for a target. Ramsey's also running with that Silver Edge. They can't find anything. Coming in from the side. Here comes KP. He's going to find Lil. Southern Crush about to come in. Static Storm. They won't find anybody. The BKB is up for Moogie. They want Lil. They're about to find him. 1 kill. That's all they need. But the Fiend's Grip comes out. Finally, will bring him down. The Hex is on KP. He still has the RP at the ready. They need to get this kill. Posh is getting chased down. This is looking good so far on the side of Newbie.
Oh,
there's the skewer in. No one's in trouble. He's going to get dropped down. It's a triple kill for SCCC. 3 down. Virtus.Pro, they just gave away so much gold to Newbie. That is absolutely insane. The fight recap,
She's on the run
it's 4,000.
under a ward right now, too.
Ramsey's getting chased down.
The
He's got the Silver Edge, but he's got to get RP. KP there with the dust at the ready. The crits come out, and Moogie gets another. That's 4 down for Virtus.Pro. What was once an 18K net worth advantage, now down to 9K. And Moogie is on top of the net worth right now, Trent.
Well, that's one way to get your way into a Nullifier, I would say. Just wipe them all in the mid lane. So close there, too. That Stack Storm came out, but KP was able to wiggle his way out of there. Then, of course, helping to secure that final kill. But it was certainly Moogie rampaging.
Oh, man. Newbie, they're feeling it now.
You know it's possible, though, right? I mean, we talked about the push. We talked about the timing, the windows.
Well, definitely now. Yeah, 100%. I mean, before, 18K net worth, that feels almost insurmountable, but they've got that one fight. They didn't lose their Rex, which is the most important thing. They only lost a Tier 3 tower within that last Roshan that they lost out on, and now they have Moogie pushing down mid. Ramsey's up in 15. How strong do they feel? KP, he's Shadow Bladed up. They've got the Fire Blast. No one, he's going to get jumped on. Good Slender Crush. There's going to be the Static Storm. They have BKB. He doesn't want to use it. Now that's forced out. Kaka might be in trouble. The Sentry is dropped down as well. They have the Grave at the ready. The force out. Kaka's taking a lot of damage from no one. They've got the arrow there. Southern Crush comes in. They want more. KP skewering out. There's the Hex coming through, but Moogie, he's in. They're looking for no one. They need the auto attack. They're going to find a BKB in spot. Ramsey's going to jump down on the backside. He's going to get dropped down. A double kill for Moogie. They're looking for more, but everybody escaping from Virtus.Pro. And I should say just 2, in fact, as 3 are down in the dirt. They've now gotten it with a 6K net worth advantage for Virtus.Pro. It is swinging back heavily in favor of Newbie now. That is insane. 2,000 from that fight alone, and Moogie is huge all of a sudden.
I have to say, that was pretty terrifying when Moogie didn't pop the BKB. It felt a little bit greedy there, but in the end, it certainly worked out. Able to use it a little bit later on in the fight. He did get enfeebled that fight too, so a lot of the damage had to come from SCCC.
They're going to get a tier 3 out of this train, and maybe more. They have no buyback on their both of their huge cores. They're going to get a full set of racks out of this. Can they get more now? There's tier 2s and tier 1s still available. They have to TP back because the Nature's Prophet, he is ratting. He's trying to force out rotations, and he will. But that is already mission accomplished from NewBee. They have now swung the net worth graph back in their favor. Just about. It's a 1K advantage for Virtus.Pro. That is absolutely unbelievable stuff coming in from NewBee.
It's so rare to see a shift come that quickly. And the later this game goes, that little plummet is just going to get squished to almost a vertical because of how quick this all went down. But now it's certainly not over. You still have to look in towards that Roche pit. It's a big deal for both teams here. It's going to be on the later end of the spawn, but that's probably what we're fighting for, right? It's going to feel like that last big hurrah for VP, and I'm still looking in towards Lil. A lot of these last couple fights, not much he can do. Gets blown up pretty fast. If he can get off a couple crushes
here we
during
go.
these engagements and lock down Moogie, they can certainly still win.
And Feeble comes out. There's the Nightmare as well. Kaka might take a lot of damage here. They're baiting this out, though. There's the Stifling Dagger forced away. No one. Slither Crush onto 2 from Lil, but they jump in. Moogie's there. He's got BKB. The break comes out. He wants this kill. Stifling Dagger. There's the Fiend's Grip. It gets canceled though immediately. The arrow comes out. The crit is there. A double kill for Moogie. 3 down. It's all unraveling for Virtus.Pro. Ramsey's getting chased down. Does he have buyback? He does not. He's going to get dropped on top of it all. Triple kill for Moogie, who is now unstoppable, and they're going to get so much more. It's GG. Virtus.Pro, an 18K net worth lead, dropped down to nothing almost instantly within the span of 5 minutes, and NewBee complete the comeback in this one-game series. That is unbelievable, Trent. I don't know what else to say. Oh my god.
2 fights, really. I mean, so much movement around the map too from NewBee, just kind of